Don't let expectations kill you. Be what you expect. Be the best exception. Be an exception to the norm. Welcome aboard the Just Tai Now ship with your host, Captain Naga. Today's episode is about releasing others' expectations on you. A lot of expectations were put on us, and I want to tie about releasing that and becoming fully us, embodying our full potential, using our wishes and our intentions to create the future that we want and not that somebody else wants, not even your mama, because it's all about you. It's all about what you want to do with your life. So let's cut all the drama and let's tie Captain Naga. As I tie on this, expectations really are put on us before we even come into this realm of existence. Cover your ears, but when your mommy inseminated your daddy, when your daddy inseminated your mommy, however it works, expectations were already put on us. Whether it was worry or joy, it was expectation. The dad was like, whoa, I'm gonna have a son or a daughter. The mom was like, whoa, I'm gonna have a son or a daughter too. Whoa, what? My life has changed. And not just for 18 years, for lifetimes. And that all those worries, all those concerns, all that joy, all that just pure life is thrown into you before you even get to say your first wah from popping out. So we have a lot to deal with, and this is a lot to tie on because it shapes our lives. Other people's intentions, when we're not fully recognized as a magician in our own lives, other people's intentions shape our reality and shape our future. So before we even pop out of the womb, we probably got worries placed on us on how we going to eat, how we going to survive, what language we're going to talk, what kind of foods we going to like, what kind of foods we going to stay away from, how we going to love, what we going to hate, how much sun we going to intake, like what part of the world we be born in. Do your parents plan on moving, changing their whole lives because you coming into existence? A lot of expectations are put on the youth. And we were the youth. And what I found I had to tie on and release was a lot of expectations that was put on me since childbirth. As we all come under that fire. But we don't see it as such a bad thing because we say, this is who I am. My mom and my dad raised me to be like this. Think about that. Your mom and your dad raised you to be like this. Or your uncle and your aunt. Or your step-pop and your mom. Or your mom and your step-pop. It's a lot of combinations. But do you think they had it perfectly right to say that this is what they expect from you? Or that they perfectly... Because right or wrong, as I tied in the other video, that's real relative. But is this what is really best for you? In the African American community, I have to say because it's Black History Month, we're going to talk. A lot of stuff is put on youth. From other races and from our own race. From America, period. America puts a lot of doubt on African American youth. And that doubt is put on them before they even get to say their first wah. So we have to really tie and see who we are. Because it was one time during a microdose trip where I saw that everything that anybody ever said to me, all the way up to that point, made up who I was. And I remember I was just listening to music, and it just clicked. And I just started breaking down in so many tears. So many tears. And I was with my bro, too. So these was real tears. And I was like, yo, he didn't really understand what I was saying at the moment. I said, hey, everything that everybody ever told to you makes up who you are right now. Every ugly statement, every beautiful statement, every hey you, every time somebody say, oh, you did this, or oh yeah, you did, congrats. Every little thing matters. And if you're not at the point in your life where you can go back and travel into your mind and see where those little instances happen, then you're going to be mentally not all the way there. Or better put, your channel's not going to be, chakras not going to be that much flowing and connected and open. Your thoughts, where you want to be is not where you are. And you won't understand why. Because you would just say, this the way I am. I was raised to be this way by whoever so-called raised me. Or whoever raised me the best that they could. They did the best that they could. But we have to tie and start doing the best that we can for ourselves. And there's no really age minimum or age maximum. Because there are a lot of teenagers, young teenagers, preteens, who I look out and I'm like, whoa, you really woke. Like, you really got it. I'm talking right now about Jaden and Willow. I swear they like my little bro, my little sis. Because the connecting ideas and the thoughts that they have and what they chose to embody early on in age in order to shape themselves into the stars that they shaped themselves to become. Because it has nothing really to do with their father or mom. I think their mom or dad was like, hey, go do this, go do that. When you really tired, they was, shout outs to Will and Jada. Will once said, I think I allowed my son to be a little too creative, but he was joking. But that's what we need to do. We need to allow the people that's under us to be as creative as possible. Because control tries its best to seep in moments, in the most vulnerable of moments. When a moment was about to explode. Some intention, somebody that said, hey, I got something to say about this. Put something on it and make that explosion kind of controlled. So instead of seeing the random surprise that was going to come out of it, is now shaped by this company or this business or this monster or this guy that just had to open his mouth, or that woman that just had to blabber on when, yeah, you feeling me? Just Tai. When we let people expectations continue to control us, we destroy our own lives in the process. We're not becoming a fully realized magician. We're just still walking around like sheep, like robots, filled with a bunch of programming. Growing up in school, expectations like a mug. Get them A's, get them B's. But we like, hey, please leave me alone. I just want to party with my friends. I want to learn this, more importantly, is what I was on. I was like, I just want to learn this. Why do I have to learn that? In the way that y'all teaching it. Of looking back, I was real into a lot of things because I had to be into it. Or mostly because it seems as though my spirit was latching on to a lot of things. And whatever came second was second. I'm trying to put this into cool words. Math. I was real into math, history, science, and reading. Like, it wasn't really nothing I wasn't really interested in. But for me, it's because I saw the background layer to everything. Like, when I read the book, I say, oh, this is what they really saying about society. This is what they really saying about the shadow realms and the behind the veil realms, the other dimensions. In my mind, that's what everything was always talking about. Math was so simple to me. I was like, oh, soon I was coming up with some formulas on my own. And I was like, this number connects with that. The 1 is in the 2. It's a lot of gematria that I wish that I was put on to. And that's what I mean by expectations of being raised by other people. I was on to stuff. But if I was to be more free, I would have connected that esoteric to the esoteric that I was learning in school. The esoteric is like that mind essence, that behind the veil. The exoteric is like the stuff that's in your face. Like when you read a poem and you're like, oh yeah, that's what that means. But then it hits you later and you're like, oh, that's what they was really trying to say. It's an esoteric and an exoteric message to everything. But in school, they kind of just tell us the exoteric stuff, the outside things. And they expect a lot of people to just want to learn it. Geometry. If a lot of people knew about sacred geometry and how the planets all have their own frequency and they harmonize, and combine Plato sciences with math or in the reading, if everything was to come together and not be so taught compartmentalized, like this is learning this is learning this is learning that, but not really connecting everything, you're going to be in for some trouble. Because you're going to be like, they're expecting me to learn all of this, but why? And the teachers, they don't really always understand why they're teaching it to kids. They just like, hey, you're going to need to learn this if you want to so-called be an engineer or architect or a writer or this and that. But what people don't understand about the youth is that they want to do all of that. They want to be that writer, scientist, mathematician, and they want to still play. Because that's where our unlimited potential lies in everything. Not just learning and doing one thing. Nah, that doesn't work for me. It worked for a while. But then once I woke up and saw how much I was being damaged, because I was running off of other people's thoughts and expectations. And when you really don't have that inner voice talking, you are programmed. If you cannot hear that inner voice talking, you are programmed. And it's a sad story, but it's just a story. And you can write your own script at any moment. So I'm charging you to write your own script if you're not hearing your own voice. Get a piece of paper, start off physical. Get a piece of paper and write down what you want to happen. What do you expect from yourself? We all expect greatness, and we all expect to do our best. But it all comes down to you really driving down what you really expect from yourself. Because a lot of people don't like to be hype. Some people like to be chill. And some chill people wish they can be hype. And it's mix and match. So find your flavor and eat it well. Enjoy it. Thai food. That's all we about today. Expectations, just rid them. Get rid of them. And be that free butterfly. Be as free as a butterfly. As free as can be. Because as soon as you start breaking that mold of expectations that was put on you, and you start creating your own mold, people are going to come at you. That's a warning and word to the wise. That's the thing about expecting things and living off your own expectations. As soon as you start living free, or as soon as you start moving on, you're going to run across a lot of haters. A lot of haters. Like that cop van watching me. seeing what I'm up to. But I love him too. He just don't know, he don't expect that much from me, I guess. So he like, why is this random black kid sitting in the woods, in the park? Just Ty. It's the world we live in. Expectations will drive people to do things that they didn't even think that they would do. Like sometimes in a relationship, I know in my previous relationships, I was like, hey, they be like, why are you acting like that? I'm like, cause that's how you expected me to act. That's what you said I was doing yesterday and the day before. So I freaked out. And now I just painted your picture. Did I want to paint that girl's picture? No, I did not want to paint that girl picture. But in that state of not being able to hear your own inner voice, and when you don't have control over your own emotions and mind, or not even know what's in the deepest shadow realms of your mind, you're going to literally live out somebody else's expectations, whether you like it or not. And it's a very scary, 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 scary ordeal. It's very scary, because then you come back out of it and you like, oh, I'm sorry, or oh, I didn't really mean that. But when you go to the moment, you know you meant everything. Because the way that this reality and this 3D part of reality plays out, it starts off in the realm that you cannot see, that you need this eye to see in. And if you're not aware of what's coming at you and activating your body and making you say this and making you say that, if you're not aware of those incoming arrows of thought from the enemy, some say, then you're gonna get shot down. And you're gonna be possessed by some other character. And then you're gonna beat yourself down because you never expected yourself to do that. And then you're gonna be like, yo, I did that to myself. So, as I was saying before, write down what you expect from yourself. Write down how you want to live your life, how you want to react to certain situations, what you want to come into this 3D reality. Write it down with a pen and paper, keep it inside of a box, or keep it in your pocket and review it whenever you feel as though you're losing grip and you don't hear that inner voice. When that inner voice start talking a little more aggressive, be like, hey, wait. Breathe first, and then read. Breathe and read. That's what we gotta do. Don't let expectations kill you. Be what you expect. Be the best exception. Be an exception to the norm. Don't be normal. Don't do things because you've seen somebody else do it. Mama always told us. Gonna jump off a bridge because you've seen somebody else do it, or because somebody did it last week. The thing about it is that if you have not journeyed and meditated and fixed those thoughts and fixed the holes and cracks and not letting people shoot you and got good defenses up, got your shields to defend the arrows of thoughts that coming at you, then you probably are going to jump off the bridge. Or you're going to really second think about jumping off that bridge because you saw somebody else jump off the bridge. And that's what I have for you today, Just Tai'ers. Because nobody is expecting me to do this. But this is what I'm going to do because I expect it from myself. Every day this year, I will release a Just Tai video for you folks and for myself. And it's going to be lovely, as it already is. So thank you guys for listening to Captain Naga's thoughts. I'm going to continue to have a beautiful day. And I charge that you have a wonderful evening, morning, night, late afternoon, whatever the case is. Please be sure if you enjoyed these talks, if you enjoyed the things that are coming out of my mouth. Drop that like. Hit the like button for me, please. Subscribe so you know when more videos are coming out. I'm always dropping 1 or 2. Last time I dropped that Eagles versus Patriots video. And it was real fun making that. And I don't want you to miss out on any fun. Support us on Patreon. This channel is run by folks like you. The website is coming out very soon. Spending hours and hours at night working on it. I want it to be perfect. It's going to have a store. It's going to have everything. So stay aware. And until next time, my guys, my ladies, my wonderful Tai'ers. We all tie. But do we really tie? Sometimes, I don't know, dude. Sometimes, I don't know. Till next time, Captain Naga, enjoying the sunshine and these palm trees. Ha! Don't let expectations kill you. Be what you expect. Be the best exception. Be an exception to the norm.